Hello and welcome to the Spanish Conquest documentary. It all starts 496 years ago. Inca people were living in peace and unity until their nightmare came to life and their home was invaded. With 156 Spanish soldiers, 40 horses, 10 cannons and 1 ship, they conquered the Inca tribe. Just before the Spanish conquest, there was an impact on the Inca society. There was an outbreak of smallpox which decimated the population. The Incas are dancing and cheering over a successful military campaign, but they are not ready for the battle. The Spanish attack by surprise and massacre. After the defeat of Peru, there was a tension growing between the consecrators who actually fought at Peru and the ones who claimed credit for doing nothing. So the Spaniards divided into two, one group ran by Francisco Pizarro and another run by his close friend Diego Almagro. Fortunately, a group of Native Americans avenged Almagro's death by killing Francisco Pizarro. And behind the split of the Inca Empire was a man called Huayna Capac. His belief in the non-united nation led the Incas to be conquered by the Spanish consecrators. After the Incas were defeated, the Spanish forced them into slavery. Many men died from sickness and disease, while most of them died on the journey. Women were raped. The Inca religion consisted of animism, fetishism, and the worship of nature gods. Inca rituals included elaborate forms of divination and the sacrifice of humans and animals. These religious infestations were destroyed by the Spanish consecrators' campaign. After the conquest, the Incas were forced to hand over their gold and all their valuables. Their leader, Atua Lapa, decided to become Christian after the conquest. Not because he wanted to, but the Spanish were threatening to burn him alive. In the Inca religion, if you were burnt, you wouldn't be reincarnated as a god or go to the afterlife.
After the conquest, most of the Incans and people in South America were now speaking Spanish. This was because of the influence that the Spanish brought over to South America. The Incan population was incredibly decreased, whereas the Spanish and the English population numbers were increasing very, very, very fast. Not just the language, but also the culture had changed as well. Most people were doing the same things that the Spanish were. Their religion changed because of Atua Lapa's decrement of joining the Christianity faith. Churches were now being brought to Peru. Everything changed. Their religion, culture, language, all changed. Except there are a few Incans who still believe that the old way was the way of living, and they were still rebellious against the Spanish Empire.